Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of this replay between Sai and Yumiko here on Death Trap. We do have a Druid of the Claw in a Master Form, so Master Form Bear's already in play, and now this Bear taking a lot of damage so far as this Demon Hunter now trying to deal more damage. There are 5 towers still in this base, and now it doesn't look like Sai really cares, as he's just going to take another expansion over here, perhaps transfer some peasants over as well, and be able to establish. So it's going to be a base race, and now the main base has been taken down as this one Druid of the Claw going to start rejuvenating once again and trying to get some more damage dealt across. This one Demon Hunter with that talisman of, that evasion buff, able to just take so much damage so easily. Now going after those arcane towers, and now perhaps going to finish off the rest of these towers here as this castle will be upgraded. Perhaps we will see him trying to pull up another tavern hero right as that castle is completed. Otherwise, that is going to be a very, very large loss of gold there, as 5 sheep will have to rebuild his one blacksmith. And yes, the castle has been completed. So castle is now completed, as we now see Sai continuing to creep out over here. Troll Warlord will get taken down. That Mountain King does have a lot of mana, but he is only sitting at level 2 right now, not even a level 2 Stormbolt. Once level 2 Stormbolt comes into play though, that will be very difficult to try to counter, as now Yumiko is sitting on level 4 Demon Hunter, perhaps going to take down this castle here. And now we have an Ancient of Wonders here, and now also a Clarity Potion being used. So very, very nicely done. That Pandurian Brewmaster will be able to get off level 2 Breath of Fires and pretty much follow it up with with a Drunken Haze. So all of those units will take a lot of damage, and I believe 5 Sheep's main army is just mass peasants at this stage in the game. I don't see that many footmen, I don't see that many mortar teams anywhere. So yes, he has a team, his army is probably consisted of 60% peasants and then probably 20% heroes at this stage in the game. We now have the Pandurian Brewmaster trying to finish off these locations here. Farms do not give experience, so even though that Pandurian Brewmaster is relatively close, he will not be able to finish. And now in comes double Ancient of Wars. So Yumiko's response to mass towers is, I'm just going to create mass Ancient of Wars. And my mass Ancient of Wars are essentially moving towers, as now we see Yumiko sitting at low upkeep, now trying to finish this off even further. Bears dealing a lot of damage. Those bears do have Roar and also have the level 1 weapons upgrade for the Animal War training, and now we have Siege Engines on the move. Siege Engines dealing a lot of damage very, very quickly to fortified buildings. However, uprooted trees do not have fortified armor. So, however, as these Moonwolves get taken down, that's going to be a very, very large hit. Druid of the Talon casting Fairy Fire, and in comes a Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter with that hero damage does not deal that much damage against fortified armor. So down goes another one there, and now going after the Altar of Elders, trying to get another Fairy Fire down to try to reduce that armor, but still that is going to be a lot of reduced damage against these Siege Engines. So it is going to be mass tanks coming in from the human player, as a nice Breath of Fire, and now down goes one Siege Engine there, and now trying to continue the trust, try to go after more and more Ancient of Wars. Ancient of War able to come back and deal some damage as well. If it uproots, it will be able to take that down, and now this Siege Engine down to 22 hit points. There it goes. Now back over here, we see more creeping, level 4, and I should assume level 3 momentarily. No, this is not enough to get level 3 unless that Archmage backs out there, as mass bears are going to try to counter those Siege Engines back and forth. And now 5 Sheep Sai just getting massive number of towers all across the map. He's holding the center portion of this map. Will be able to clear out these trees and then be able to move relatively quickly. In come those Dryads, and now in comes the Pandurian Brewmaster getting off a nice Breath of Fire there. And now in comes the Demon Hunter as well, trying to fight back even further. There is a lot of damage to be had on these Druids of the Claw. They do take feedback damage, even though they're in that bear form. And now mass towers still coming in. Perhaps they should come out of bear form and try to start rejuvenating themselves even further. So one bear now rejuvenating, now coming back into this fight once again. One bear awfully low on hit points should perhaps get out of bear form, and down it goes. So a loss of a bear. 2 towers here, as more towers are being built. So mass towers against this army here. We do still see one Hippogriff in the air, keeping track of all of the all of the units back and forth and making sure that they are not going to get blindsided, as line of sight is very important, as you're not able to see around these trees. And down goes one of these town halls. Even though it had so many towers, not much it will be done by that. We do see now level 3 on that Mountain King and a potion of invulnerability, so that Mountain King will be able to deal a lot of damage with a potion of healing, a pendant of energy, and double lesser potions of invulnerability as well. Bears left behind to finish off this one tower over here. And now in comes the Demon Hunter trying to come back in. Another roar coming in as well. We do see also cannon towers coming in, so those cannon towers dealing massive amounts of damage as well. Another breath of fire now coming in. The Pandarian Brewmaster needs to just constantly wait, perhaps waiting for that breath of fire to recharge, and now gonna try to come in, get off more tower or more breath of fire in over here. Peasants quickly getting taken down, and now still level 4, and now level 4, almost level 5 on that Demon Hunter. In comes another rejuvenation onto that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter trying to stay in this game. No more mana is actually a good thing at this stage for that Demon Hunter, as he doesn't take any more feedback damage. And now level 5 onto that Demon Hunter. Level 5, 150 point mana burn will make it very difficult for that Mountain King to get any real damage dealt. And that Pandarian Brewmaster now out of mana, as it takes a lot of arcane feedback. And now in comes this Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter, will it be able to... Oh, potion of invulnerability after a surround. And now that is a full 15-second potion of invulnerability, so that it will be quite some time before that Mountain King can take any damage. And he also has a potion of greater healing, so that will be an additional 500 hit points. Now getting off another Stormbolt onto that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter down to 375 hit points. He does have a potion of lesser invulnerability to try to fight back here. No mana on any of these heroes. Pandarian Brewmaster does have enough to, does have a potion of mana, so he will be able to quaff that and then perhaps try to take down any of those. Down goes one of those bears once again. 2 more arcane damage, and now potion of lesser invulnerability being used by that Demon Hunter in order to fight back, perhaps going to finish off the rest of these towers here. So wow, very nice staff of preservation there in order to save that one hero. And now coming back, is he going to come back? Yeah, and now come back with full life, getting off a nice mana burn there. Will he get a breath of fire? Oh, no breath of fire coming in from that Pandarian Brewmaster, as it wants to take down this last tower here. And this arcane tower is missing some of this. Are we going to get another staff of preservation here? And no staff of preservation onto that one Druid of the Claw. And now level 5 onto that Archmage. Archmage will be able to come back and now summon level 3 water elementals, but it needs to be re-healed, as now more peasants make it off to the north side of the base once again. So this one Archmage will be low on hit points, trying to run away from that Dryad. Oh, a nice mana burn there, down to 100 hit points. And now 2 very low hit point heroes, and at this stage I would say Yumiko has a very strong advantage. In comes a Stormbolt, in comes arcane feedback. Druids of the Claw now trying to come back in. Will they be able to deal damage out? All of these peasants are going to have a very bad day there, as another breath of fire quickly coming in. Demon Hunter may be able to get off another mana burn. No additional mana burns there, as that is a lot of towers to try to deal with. Now going to try to take down that Altar of Kings, try to prevent the Tri-Hero from coming in, as this one Demon Hunter taking so much damage, 7 armor, and now we'll perhaps be able to take down this Altar of Kings. One bear trying to come in as well, trying to soak up some of that damage. Are we going to get another rejuvenation? There we go. There's that rejuvenation, and the Altar of Kings down before the Paladin is able to come into play. And now no Tri-Hero at all. Down goes one bear though. And now Siege Engines now making their march out on the move, moving very slowly, perhaps to try to take down this base over here as it's currently being built. And now in come these bears. Bears are low on hit points. And down goes one bear. If another bear gets taken down, and by not... Oh, Breath of Fire. Are we going to get a mana burn? No mana burn. Not enough energy there, as the Pandarian Brewmaster is currently sitting at level 4, just shy of level 5. Now trying to finish off the rest of those arcane towers, as those arcane towers are denying any serious mana harassment. There we go. And now level 5 on that Pandarian Brewmaster, using the Staff of Preservation, saving the Demon Hunter once again. And that Druid of the Claw is almost fully upgraded, just needs level 3 armor, and now will be fully upgraded. Are we going to get a rejuvenation onto that bear? There we go. There's that rejuvenation, as the Pandarian Brewmaster once again pulls back. Back over here, we do have an Ancient of War, making sure that there's no expansion here. And now it is 3 bases for 5 for Sai. compared to the one base currently, or sorry, two bases coming in over here. Siege Engines now making a straight run for that entangled gold mine, and now this one Dryad currently, or sorry, this Pandarian Brewmaster and these Ancient of Wars getting a decent surround here, and now this Siege Engine just wants to try to take down this last over here. War does not affect the Dryads, does not affect the Ancients of War, and now trying to constantly entangle this gold mine here as it's being re-entangled once again. So currently not mining any gold. Black Kiara in a little bit of trouble. Yumiko in trouble as he's not able to get any gold at this stage in the game. Sitting at 7 gold and a whole bunch of wood at this time, or a whole bunch of lumber, as these siege engines now make their way to try to take down even more of these moonwells. Mountain King now coming back over here. Staff of Teleportation, Aura, scroll down, no, Staff of Teleportation now coming in. Superman, and now not quite yet getting a mana burn off onto that Archmage. And now are they going to try to go to surround? It might be a surround there. Yes, it is going to be a surround. Now going after that Mountain King. Staff of Sanctuary should be coming in. Will that Mountain King be able to escape? And we do have the, a Potion of Healing now being used as that Mountain King is very, very low on hit points. Orb of Venom did deal a lot of damage there as more Siege Engines once again on its way back over here, trying to get back into that entangled, or start entangling that gold mine once again. Mountain King low on hit points, doesn't seem to care as the main fight. Demon Hunter now trying to fight back over here. We have the Pandarian Brewmasters and some Druids of the Claws fighting over here, so both sides just constantly harassing, trying to make sure, and now in comes a Paladin with a Holy Light, able to heal up that Mountain King back up to about 300 hit points, almost 400 there. Once again, Siege Engines now making their way back to the south. No defense really in order to deal with these Siege Engines. Siege Engines dealing 46 to 56 damage, and now in comes some Peasants. Peasants perhaps should try to start repairing as those Druids of the Claw are trying to deal some damage towards these Siege Engines. Siege Engines will get taken down, and now in comes a Pandarian Brewmaster. Pandarian Brewmaster, in comes a Breath of Fire. Perhaps it will be able to deal enough damage in order to take down, and in comes some Griffins. So Griffins now in the air as well, and now that Griffin is going to be able to deal a lot of damage towards those Bears. So Bears now doing a great job, and we're doing a great job against those Siege Engines, but now those Griffins are a down goal. Oh no, Staff of Sanctuary. So spoke too soon. Staff of Sanctuary saving that very, very low hit point Paladin. Not quite sure where he is, as back over here we now have Trees trying to fight back against those Siege Engines here. And now more fighting has been continued. Where is that Paladin? Paladin back over here, as that is the castle already upgraded and back up to tier 3 as Mountain King, and sorry, as Demon Hunter seeing that level 5, and now the Pandarian Brewmaster seeing that level 5 back over here. Once again, Siege Engines were able to take down this entangled gold mine, and perhaps just spending a lot of gold just trying to constantly repair that gold mine here. Nothing inside as those Ancient of War trying to deal more damage. We do see Bears now coming back in once again. Will we get another Breath of Fire perhaps to try to take down some of these towers? And no, I believe, actually yes, there was a Breath of Fire dealing, I believe, 210 damage back once again, and very low hit point Mountain King, or sorry, Demon Hunter down to 5. Done at level 5 down to 300 hit or 200 hit points for a moment before that rejuvenation kicked back in. So a Hippogriff now trying to counter the rest of those Griffin riders that are now in the air. So yeah, so Griffin's now in the air, Bears on the ground, Hippogriffs in the air. A very, very well-rounded armies so far. The only thing I haven't seen, I believe, are any Dragonhawks and any Chimeras. So once again on the move. We have these Druids of the Claw once again on the move. Once again, Breath of Fire probably coming in yet, dealing more damage across multiple towers. Griffins are trying to get some damage dealt onto those Bears. Bears are very vulnerable to that magic attack from those Griffin Riders. Griffin Riders, however, are not upgraded at all, so their damage is pretty much going to be minimalized by the fact that these Bears have 7 armor. 7 armor in WarCraft 3, it is not a flat reduction, it is a percentage-based reduction, so it will reduce the amount of damage that these Griffin Riders deal. I'm trying to remember what the bonus damage is against for magical against heavy. I believe it is 200%, so it deals about 100% or 100 damage, and then back down to 70. So yeah, a lot more math, a lot more difficult to try to do any calculations on the fly for Warcraft 3. Back over here, we now see Druids of the Claw continuing to fight back and forth. No level 3 upgrades, perhaps. Yeah, I can't click on that to see if it is ever going to be researched, as there are now Hippogriffs in the air once again. Bears now on the move, perhaps to try to get some better items, as the Renegade Wizard is currently sitting over here. Stay tuned for part 3 of this replay between Yumiko and Sai here on Death Trap.